We alive. Come on.
Good morning, everyone. Dobro jutro. I am learning some Serbian. That was good morning in Serbian. Yeah. So, babe, today we're going to talk about winning the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So why do you think people want to win the lottery so bad? Like everyone wants to win the lottery.
Freedom. I don't think it's to buy stuff. Hi, Peg. Peg's here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. At the heart of it, it's freedom, and you never... More than that, I think underneath freedom, it's a sense of complete safety. You feel safe, and then you can be free to do whatever you want. You can pay for whatever you want. You can get rid of all the anxieties and fears in the world besetting you and things like that. But I think, yeah, at the heart of it is you feel completely safe. And then after that, it's freedom to do all these things that you thought you weren't able to do without money.
Yeah. I think safety is probably the first one for me. That's like the number one. Safety. And freedom and also independence, I would say. Yeah.
You don't feel safe now?
Of course I do. But I'm saying that's my number one reason for wanting to win the lottery. You know? Like, I already feel safe, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of winning the lottery, I think that's the main thing, especially because I'm not super into materialistic stuff. Because I'm kind of a homebody. So, yeah, safety and freedom, that's the biggest thing for me, I think.
Is there anything that you feel like a lack of a lottery now is stopping you from doing? Are you frustrated that, why can't I just win the lottery because then my life would be so much better?
No.
You sure?
Well, no, because everything would be like extra. Because, well, we were just talking about this before at the kitchen bench. But I feel like everything that we would want to do if we won the lottery is kind of the same thing we would do now. The only things that would change is maybe like we would travel a bit more, get like move to a bigger house. Of course, like go shopping for some new clothes and stuff, those kind of things. But like I would still want to write. I would still want to like learn languages, like I'm studying Serbian now. I would probably still want to teach part-time like I'm doing now, So, yeah, not that much would change.
Yeah, I asked you this morning. You asked me what I would do if we won. If I won the lottery and I wasn't with you, if I was still single, and I would still want and do the same things I would want to do if now with you. So I would get my forever home, and I would I definitely wouldn't work anymore, but I would create my own work routine every week, every day. And I would go and live in a country for 3 to 6 months with my laptop and do work, go to another one, come back to Australia, visit another country. And so all the things that you and I do already and want to do, it's just that I can't do them instantly. We have to save up for them and be patient and plan them out. Whereas you can just spontaneously flick a light switch and make your life into something else right now.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I was just thinking about travel. Like, I still like travel. But because I've been to so many countries already, it's like not as important anymore. So I think we would just travel a little bit and then we would probably stay in different countries for a long period of time. We would do that maybe more than just like trips.
Our base would still be in Australia. But you'd have the freedom. I think the easiest thing, I heard Joe Rogan say this once, and it's probably the simplest way, is once you have money, you don't care about what things cost. When you go to a restaurant, you go to a place, say you decide, oh, we're going to stay in, Sweden. We're going to live there for 6 months. And we go there, and within the first few weeks, it's like, this is nothing like what we expected. Let's get out of here. This is terrible. And we could just go. We wouldn't care. Like, you wouldn't care about your deposit. You just...
Yeah, I think it's probably better to win a nice big prize that just makes you, you're able to buy a new house, you're able to travel a bit more, but you probably still have to work. That's maybe better than winning like a ridiculous big prize.
I think most people like imagining what they would do, but everyone sort of says, oh, me, I'd be different. I wouldn't change. Everyone says they wouldn't change if they won the lottery. So from this position, you think, it would just all be sunshine and roses, and I would be the same, and, my family and friends would all be taken care of, and life would just be amplified to 10, and I would be myself and I wouldn't change. But I don't think that's accurate. Everyone is changed by dint of the fact that you can just buy things and move and have the authority to do whatever you want. So imagine you win, I don't know, say $20 million, right? And then you get the same people in your life now saying, hang on a minute, no, you have to do this way, and this is the proper way we've always been doing it. And you're like, well, I don't have to anymore. It would affect your character.
Yeah, you'll become a little bit more, not necessarily entitled, but that's what I said the other day. Like, I think you'll want to live like a higher quality of life. You're gonna... Yeah, I saw lots of Big Macs. Not right now, actually. Since we came back from Spain, we've been cutting out like fast food and snacks, like unhealthy snacks, to lose some weight this year. So we're actually doing really well. So no Big Macs for me for a while.
Yeah, I'm not a Big Mac fan myself.
I love them.
Louis says, it's weird to say, but I sort of did. Today's my last day of work, retired at your age, Bob. Yeah. I remember when I did take a break from work and I knew I wasn't going back to the way I worked before. It does feel like a kind of retirement, like a lottery win in a way. So, what prompted this topic?
Well, I think it's because we talk about it pretty regularly. And we buy lottery tickets pretty regularly, I think. And it's just like a fun topic to always like kind of fantasize about. But it's kind of funny because we, in a way, already won the lottery.
Well, that's what prompted this, I think, the other day, where we were having a nice moment. You were cooking breakfast for us, and all of your things, the projects you're working on are all in place and they're working well and everything. And you feel like you said, I feel like I've won the lottery. And then we started talking. We said we should talk about this on stream. If you remove the money, how much do you really need the lottery to live the kind of life you want to live and to have the attitude, Yeah,
that's why I say I think winning the lottery for me is like 80% is like the feeling of safety that it gives you. Like you feel safe and you'll always be fine, But like in terms of our life, like we already have like a really good life. Like we both work 3 days a week. We've got 4 days off together every week. Like it's awesome. So we have everything we need. We can travel every year.
Yeah, the thing with money is that you can instantly travel. Like you can, as soon as you have an idea, you can go from 0 to 10. You can flick the switch and you can make it happen because you have unlimited money to throw at it. But we can still do the same thing. If we want to travel, we just need to plan that in and save for it. And you need patience. So in a way, it's good. It helps you be less childish. You can't just be a toddler like, I want this, get it. I want this, get it. You just start buying shit and doing shit. And you probably let go of a lot of projects and ambitions and goals you have. I guess for the first year or two, you mentioned this, that you're going to indulge, but hopefully you settle down.
Yeah.
Because don't a lot of people blow their lottery win in the first year or two?
Yeah.
Like you think they won, I don't know, 20 million, and they say, yeah, I lost it in the first two years. You think, how? What did you do?
Yeah.
I'd be very careful. You know, a lot of people, I buy 12 Ferraris and a mansion, and I'd be like, whoa, as soon as I get the lottery, I'm going to make sure I protect it, not be tight, but I would indulge in the first year and then track how much the money's disappearing. And then if it's disappearing faster than I thought, I would put the brakes on and start to be sensible.
Yeah. Look at Armored Ghost going. New iPhones, new furniture, 7 days off. Only 7 days off.
Gold.
Gold-plated bathtub and toilet.
You'd lose your money in the first year.
That's billionaire stuff. Billionaire level. Like a gold house.
Yeah, so for me, it's more about how would it change you as a person? Do you think it would change you? Because everyone likes to pontificate about theories. Like, if I got a girlfriend, I'd act this way. I'd be stoic. If I was confronted by this situation, I would act like this. And it's always the most stoic, best way. But then when you're actually in something, reality is very, very different from your stoic theories. And I think the same with the lottery. Everyone would think they're gonna stay the same, they're gonna be honorable, everyone's gonna respect them, you're gonna respect yourself, you won't change, and the money won't affect you. And that's just completely false.
Yeah, you become a bit more high-so when you are rich.
High-so?
Like high society. Like you become a bit more proud, Like we would probably move to like a really good neighborhood.
Yes.
I would want to indulge more in like pampering things because I do like that. I'm not a girly girl, but I do like getting pampered for some reason.
You're responsible. You'll get your hair done every couple of months or something, or you'll plan in getting some beauty stuff done but you'll factor it in and say, we'll be responsible with our money. But I think, you can do it anytime you want.
Yeah, like I'll do that probably a bit more. We'll go out for dinner and lunches more probably.
See, that's an interesting one because right now you're enjoying learning and getting better at a few things like cooking and language and whatever, right? Drop $20 million in your lap. Would you be motivated to get up every week and learn new recipes and learn language and stuff? Or would you say, well, I don't have to anymore? I can just throw money at everything.
Yeah, but that's why I say I think it's actually better to win like a smaller prize, not like a crazy prize. Like maybe just a few million. And then you can buy, like here the houses are like, what, 2-3 million you said? Like we could buy a new house and then we still have like, I don't know, 1 million or whatever. But nothing crazy like 50 million or whatever.
Yeah, something like 5 million and under. So then you could blow, say, 3 to 4 on a house and then have 1 million just to kind of live off.
Yeah, but then you're not blowing any money because you're buying a house, like our forever home. And then the rest of the money, you have to kind of see, okay, how are we going to spend this money like over our lifetime so that we have enough?
Yeah, this is like retirement money.
Yeah. I think that's better than winning like 100 million. And then it's just like you get major FOMO. Yeah, like you can't just sit on your ass and write a book like I'm doing now. You're going to be like, I've got like 100 million in the bank. I got to go spend it.
Yeah, because now you can be sitting on your laptop going, okay, now I'm really invested in spending the next 2 years writing a novel. But as soon as you sit down and you've got 50 million, it's like, what am I doing? Why aren't I in Tahiti jumping off a cliff, having buffet lobster? Like, what? Time is short. I'm wasting time. I need to be indulging in experiences. I shouldn't be locking myself in a cave creating art and books.
Yeah, I think in that case, if you win like a huge prize, you have to factor in that the first year or two, you're probably going to be doing a lot of fun stuff and probably like enjoying a lot of money. And then afterwards, you'll kind of have to come back down and like get some structure into your life, Time to write books, yes. Travel across East Asia.
There was I was about to keep talking. You said something. I was about to latch on a point. I said you wouldn't. Yeah, I was going to ask if you won the lottery, would you tell anyone?
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday.
Because we went back and forth and we sort of looked at it from every angle. Because initially, you had a different point of view and then you changed your opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about all of that.
No.
On camera.
I just kind of know I've heard too many stories about money really causing a problem between families and people's expectations, and like, oh, well, you won this much, why don't you give me this much? And I would just wouldn't tell anyone the number. I wouldn't tell them how much I won, but I would only tell my immediate family, and I would share, a portion of it.
Yeah, it depends on how much it is.
But I wouldn't tell people the number, because that's when people go, well, you won this much, why don't I get this much? Or you gave them this much, why don't
Yeah.
But don't tell people the number.
And also the reason, because I know that that's also how I would respond. Like if a family member of mine won 100 million and they wouldn't give me anything, like a close family member, right? I'd be like, the fuck? So if it's... yeah, of course. So yeah, but of course, yeah, we share some of it with our families. Yeah.
Yeah, but
say nothing.
I would not give them the number. I would say, we won a prize. It's enough to retire. Don't ask how much, because I don't want to cause problems, please. But let everyone know we're good, you're good.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Armored Ghost, he says, say nothing. I think say nothing is good if you win maybe like a few million. And most of it you just want to use up yourself, But like if you win like 50 or like 100 million, then of course you're gonna want to give like a chunk of money to your family. And then you have to say that you won a lottery prize, because else if you give them like $1 million each, they're going to be like, what the fuck, like you have to explain it.
They're going to notice it. You can't just not buy anything. But if all you do is you just upgrade your house, you win a small prize like 2 to 5 million, you could get away with saying, oh, we sold our house and we had a bit of savings and we bought this and we got a good deal on it, and don't tell anyone. But I would say just don't tell anyone the number.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say Armored Ghost, he said, selling your own brand of pasta. That's something for you. He loves pasta.
I wouldn't sell my own brand. I have no interest in food.
Bobby pasta. We could do whatever the fuck we want. If we won 100 mil, you wouldn't care about anything. Like the celebrities, right? They think they're gods. They don't care about what they do anymore. We could do crazy shit and just like, I don't know.
Yeah, but with food, I wouldn't start anything up with food. I really don't care.
No, not that we would, but I'm just like saying.
Yeah,
like
you can do whatever you want.
I'm only giving out wages. Which sister is the best cook? I need a chef. What?
I'm only giving out wages. He'd pay family members to cook for him, to drive him around.
Oh.
I think. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Would you tell anyone? Would it change your character? So one is the initial discussion and question is, how do you realistically see it's going to change you? And how would you need to check yourself so the money can actually improve your life or keep you safe, and so you don't blow it like a drunken idiot and gamble it away and throw it away on Ferraris and just have nothing left? How can you be responsible for your own? How can the money do what it's supposed to do for you to improve in your life and make you happy? And the second one is its relationship to other people around you and how they see you, what problems it might cause.
Yeah.
Because you'll have an ego, and part of you might be like, well, I don't care, I'm rich, so I don't care about my family, I don't care about my friends, I don't need anyone, I can buy everything. Who needs you? Like your ego can come into it, so...
Well, yeah, I wouldn't feel like that about my family, but about like other people.
Well, that's what I mean about checking yourself about all the close people in your life, whether it's family, friends, or whoever.
No, but I'm saying it wouldn't affect how I treat my family because that's family. But it might affect, it would probably affect how I feel. Like, I feel like you're probably going to feel a bit more proud or something. Or like, you're just going to want like a higher quality of life.
You won't have much fear, if any. You don't have any fear at all.
Yeah.
And also, you don't have, you know how sometimes in life you come to a crossroads, like, all right, do I keep my car? Or when do I sell it and to get another car? Whereas when we hit the lottery, there's no longer or. It's always and.
Yeah.
You don't have to go, do I sell my car? No, just keep my car, get another one. Like you could just accumulate. You don't have to make a choice between one thing or another. You can just have all choices.
Yeah.
You don't have to say, well, do I sell this to buy this? Do I leave this house and give it up? I've got a lot of nostalgic memories and then move to another one. No, just keep this house and buy another one. You know?
Yeah.
You don't have to make choices. You can just accumulate.
Yeah. Yeah, we would probably become a bit more materialistic if we won like 100 mil.
It would be materialistic in the things we already enjoy now. So I would buy a lot more bullshit like pens and cameras and...
Oh, God. We need 2 houses.
Bags.
Oh, yeah.
Backpacks.
I would probably... I think the one thing I would probably buy a lot more of is clothes. Because that's the only thing that I sometimes buy. I don't really buy anything else.
I would convert a room into a full walk-in closet for you.
Yeah.
You reckon you become a diva? Like, I want one room just for my shoes. I want one room just for my jackets.
No.
You say that now.
No, but they can all fit in one room. They don't need to be separate.
And then you just every season throw out a whole shit ton of things. And then you need to fill up your wardrobe with new things.
No, because I don't like shopping that much.
Would you get people to shop for you? Like, I don't want to go shopping. You do it for me.
No, but I was thinking... You nervous, babe? You're shaking your leg.
No, when I think, I bounce my knee.
I was thinking a moment before, what would be awesome is to get like a decorator for our new house. You know, because we talked about making it more like a Nordic style house.
No, but I think...
Because I'm not good at that stuff.
Yeah, but I would do it. I don't want someone else telling me what my style... Maybe it's the designer in me. Like, I know what I like. I'm good at designing. Like, I thought, like, you saw... Your mum did her house really nicely. And I don't think it's hard. But if you don't have an interest, I'll do it. I don't want someone else making our home...
I feel like that's totally what I would do if we weren't together and I would win such a prize. I would hire like an interior designer to do my whole house. I would show her like, this is the style I want. I would have her like do my whole house.
No,
definitely.
When it comes to design, no one's doing it except for me. Like, I like you doing it for our house if you want to, because we've got a similar style. We like that IKEA Nordic, very modern, clean.
Yeah, but it's
beachy.
not only that I'm not really into it, but it's also because I'm not good at it really. My sister and my mom, they've got that eye, but I really don't have it. So that's also why. Yeah, because I really like that style. It's like super cozy and beautiful, but I don't have that in me.
I could help you.
Yeah.
Show me images and then I can help you do that. Because we've been, the last month or so, been redesigning. I've redone cabinets. I've built cabinets. We've thrown away some old stuff. And so we're redoing the interior look of our house.
Oh, you know what's going to be nice though? Or what would be nice? Remember that one store I saw that beachy closet thing that was really beautiful? Remember?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but it was like really expensive. So I was like, oh yeah, never mind. But like if we want like 100 mil, then it's like, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one.
I like that about you. You're like me. You see something, you go, oh my God, that's awesome. And then you look at the price and you go, oh, fuck that.
Yeah, yeah. Because I like buying things that make me go, wow, you know. If it's not wow, I don't often buy it. But yeah, if it's too expensive, then it's like, nah. Metric tons of creatine.
My style especially. Especially the figurines. Hikaru.
What kind of figurines do you have?
Anime, manga.
Ah, of course. Yeah.
He's got some nice ones. If you're into that sort of
New
stuff.
car in Australia, road trip. You should come by, Armored Ghost. Come by Melbourne.
You don't even know him.
But I always see him in the chat, so he must be a nice guy. He's one of your regulars, right?
Yeah, there's also that other person in our chat.
Oh, yeah.
They're always in that. Like, are you going to invite them over as well?
Are you a psycho, Armored Ghost? Or are you normal?
A bit too trusting. I'm sure they are.
Lots of pets.
No, maybe one or two at the most, I'd say. Like one dog.
Yeah, send them pictures. I want to see.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the ones that Karu, he sends me photos. They're pretty good.
I kind of like those, I don't know if they're figurines, but those pin-up girls. Like old-fashioned, like those very sexy ones.
Oh,
they're nice.
Like in the 50s and 60s.
Luis is coming over. Party!
All right. So, yeah, I find it interesting, like, because what it kind of says is when you think about how you would act and the confidence you'd have and the safety you'd feel if you won the lottery, if you actually look at it, you can experience a lot of the life you would do if you're waiting around for the lottery. You can do it now. Obviously, I can't just buy a Ferrari now. But like really the things you want to do in the life you want to have, you can plan and push it in that direction now rather than saying, well, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit here and just wait around for the grave because I haven't got the lottery. But we can travel. We just need to plan.
Yeah, but we're in a really good position because winning the lottery would only give us like extra stuff.
Yeah, but aside from if someone's locked in a position that they can't do anything out of, but a lot of people just are too lazy to work, don't want to move from a bad neighborhood. They just don't want to change because change is unpredictable, scary. It's not exact, whatever. But there are steps you can take to improve your life. And people, when you get the lottery, you can just flick a light switch and just bail on this life, turn this life off, and turn another life on literally now. You can say, that's it, I'm out of here, let's buy another house. But when you don't have the lottery, you have to be patient and sell things and move. And like you have to make a concerted effort to take a path down changing your life. But the lottery, you can just become someone else like this.
Yeah.
So this question's interesting for me because I think 95% of things that you're waiting around for a lottery for, you can actually do now and start to live that way now. So you take away the millions of dollars, you can actually live that way now with the way you believe, what you want to do, your motivations.
I agree, but I think the number is probably way lower. And it depends on your situation. For us, it's like 95, 99.
Well, what are your hobbies also? If my hobbies are windsurfing, skydiving, and like yachting.
I'm thinking about, because this is kind of like almost like a fuck you to some people when we say it like this. Because you have to think about those people that are living in a poor neighborhood and they're working like 3 jobs a week or whatever. And they're like, they don't have extra time to like try to get out of the situation or whatever. You know what I mean? Like so it depends. Not for everyone. It's not going to be 95% for everyone.
Yeah, like a single mum living in a poor neighborhood, working 2 jobs, and like she can't.
Yeah, so I would say most people can already start working on getting out of the situation. But I also think that for a lot of people, like winning the lottery, any type of prize would really help them, you know? So, yeah.
When you get excited, babe, you go to red.
I yell into the mic.
Yeah. That's the thing. We do a mic check before when we start.
Yeah.
And you're very quiet. You're like, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. But you got to be like, eh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Lottery win equals investments that I don't touch and my life remains exactly the same.
That's boring. When are you going to enjoy your money?
Yeah, but Karu is a bit like me, Eastern European. You grow up very, very, you want to make sure that your future is very safe. So I agree that you don't blow your money straight away, but you want to make sure that you're going to be good in 20, 30, 40 years.
Yeah, but I'm not like that. You may be dead by then. You know, like
you don't want to blow all your money in 1 or 2 years, though.
that's not what I'm saying, but it's like that's one extreme, and Karu is saying the other extreme. But,
he's got a pretty good life, though.
yeah, but I'm just talking about those people that work and wait until they're retired or whatever. But you could like die tomorrow, you know. So I'm saying I think we're doing it really well. Like we are semi-retired, right? Mm-hmm. We are working, but we're also really enjoying life on our days off. I think that's what you should do with your money.
Yeah, because right now, what you want to do is, I like our life, and I'm not taking any backward steps. So whatever we throw money at or whatever changes we make is going to be an improvement, but it's not going to be a change that potentially sacrifices a lot of good stuff that we've got now. So I'm not going to like, let's flip our life around because we've got money and we can fix any problem. Like, no, if you just like blindly just switch this life off and just do another life because you're rich, you get rid of a lot of the stuff that's good between you and your life. So like, I understand Karu is protect all the important things you have now and turn up the volume and make them better and improve them, but don't sacrifice. So protect this into the future and add to it. But
look, I do understand it. I don't know how old Karu is.
I think he's 1 or 2 years younger than you. So he's around your age.
Okay. Look, I do understand it if you're like kind of young and you want to work until you're like 40 or something, and then you want to like retire very early, then I kind of get it. Because then you still have like a few decades to enjoy life. But if you're just going to work until you retire at like 65 or whatever, and then you're going to enjoy life, like that's kind of a waste.
No. I would still, I told you this morning that I would quit my, the current part-time job that I work at the moment, but I would still work every day, but I'll just work on my own things. I wouldn't just like say, well, now I don't have to work at all and I can just laze around and do whatever I want. Because I know that I'm going to dig a hole, a mentally depressive hole over time. I want to show up for my own stuff every day like a fun job. I have to have a routine. I can't just be on holiday all the time.
Yeah, but now you're just talking about what you would do if you retire. But everyone can choose what they do when they retire. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if you work your ass off until such a late age, like you could cross the street and die and then spin out for nothing. That's what I mean.
You don't want to just put all your money. Yeah, in that sense, I agree. You don't want to win the lottery, put it away somewhere, say, shh, don't tell anyone. And in the back of your head, like, I'm good. I'm a millionaire, but I'm still going to go about life, going to work 5 days a week, smiling, not telling anyone, pretending.
Oh, fuck that.
Pretending to live my old life, but I can just now, and I won't touch any of the money.
The only way I would ever go back to full-time working is like if you lost your job or whatever. That's the only reason, but like not voluntarily. I think this is really good, 3 days. Oh yeah, Armand goes, he said big refrigerator and freezer, big ass freezer for all of our pizzas and vegetables. And
purchase price of Greenland. Is it cheap to live in Greenland? I'm guessing it is.
Didn't Elon Musk or Trump want to buy Greenland or something?
Yeah, Greenland's very cheap. There's nothing there. That's why. Except for an ex-US and Soviet military base, I think. There's not very much.
Yeah, people live there as well.
It's a lot of land doing nothing. Yeah, a lottery win is undeserved. It's not a skillful earning. It's very easy to lose, so I view it as a safety net. I also make enough money pretty much afford anything I want, so it would be excess. Yeah. Yeah. There's a thing to that. I don't think women understand it as much as guys, but guys get a lot of earning stuff and feeling proud by doing that. And then I earned this, I worked for it, so I have every right now to buy my Ferrari because this equals that. But when you're just handed something and then you buy a Ferrari, it's like another gift. You don't value it. People tend to value what they work for and put effort into. And so Karu's already got a good life. And in that sense, I understand I don't want my current autonomy and fun and the way I enjoy my life and I've got everything under control. I don't want to flip it around. I want to keep this space and money will be extra or money will be a safety net. If he doesn't need it, if he's living the life, obviously Karu would he'd be able to jump on a plane and go on a holiday anytime he wants. But spontaneously, he's got the money to throw spontaneous money at. But it sounds like he would just live the life he lives. And anytime he wants to do anything, he never has to think about it. He can just buy this, go here. But his base life would remain roughly the same. I think that's good.
I think that's kind of the danger maybe with winning a big prize, is that you kind of lose yourself and your life can become kind of chaotic maybe. You know, like if you can always...
You get drunk on the money.
Yeah, you can go anywhere, anytime. Your life becomes like you lose structure of your life and you indulge too much and you kind of lose who you are and stuff, you know? That might be a danger also.
The cliche I see is, you know, there's a lot of rich people that act rudely to waitresses and flight attendants and stuff. And there's like, yeah, well, do what I ask. I'm paying you. Like they don't need to be nice human beings anymore because it's like, well, it's your job. I don't need to be nice to you anymore. Like I'm paying you. That's what the money's for. I don't need to be decent to you anymore because just shut up and give me my drink. I don't have to smile at you. I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah, I don't get that. I feel like I would be even nicer to people who like service me. That sounds so dirty. Like people who service me, who like pamper, if I go to a restaurant or if I get a massage or something, because I'm feeling so good, I feel like I would be even more friendly to them because I'm like thankful. It's nice.
A lot of people go the other way. Don't they say that money reveals someone's true character?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that. But I don't think it's necessarily that it reveals their true character per se, but it's also because money just does something to you. It just makes you feel more important and a bit entitled, and it just changes you a little bit, I think.
You would want a maid to do a lot of your housework, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Don't you often say, like, when I go, babe, wash the dishes, and you go, Maria?
Yeah. Oh, definitely we would get a maid. Definitely. Personal tailor. Service me, slaves. No. No.
Anyway, fun questions. But I think it's interesting to kind of know how it would... It puts your personality in the spotlight, and what would you in other aspects of life, if I like to plan those things, like if I lost my job, what would happen? How would I act? What would I have in place? If you won the lottery, what would happen? What would I have in place? What attitude would I have? If a family member passed away, or like, how would you hope you act? Like these kind of real life situations. Not that winning the lottery is real life. Like it will probably never happen to you and I. But it's really nice to think about all these things that could happen in your life and maybe will happen. Not lottery, but normal day-to-day stuff, and how you would act, how you would respond, rather than them happening and you going, feelings, and then you just do things based on feelings. Like if you have a bit of a plan, it's kind of nice.
A really nice vacuum cleaner. I wouldn't touch a vacuum ever in my life again.
You wouldn't care what kind of vacuum cleaner Maria had to...
I don't care. She's going to clean. I'm not going to clean anymore.
What are you going to do then?
I'm going to do my projects and stuff and have fun with you.
But don't you get, like, I know that when I do little things as a guy for us, I feel good and proud. Don't you feel like the less you do for us and like your role as a wife, don't you think it might kind of take away you kind of distance yourself from that kind of bond and being a wife and a husband and us being kind of on each other's team and supporting each other?
No, I'm just talking about one thing. And it's not, I would just have someone come over once a week and do like a big cleaning of the house.
What would be some things as a wife that you would still want to do that you wouldn't delegate?
Everything else, I'm just saying once a week I would get a maid to clean the whole house. And then the rest of the week I'll still like pick up and clean and do stuff and do the laundry and stuff. But just once a week to have her do like a big clean, like that would be awesome. And I would still cook and everything else. So I'm just talking about one thing. Yeah.
No, because I always think as well, I would get the really tough jobs that I can't be bothered doing. I would hire like a...
Yeah, hire someone to do the backyard and stuff, of course. But babe, I'm still going to service you. Don't worry, okay?
No, I'm not worried
She's
about that.
She's not going to be doing that.
No, but I also know that I don't... If I get lazy, my life gets unraveled. And I get grumpy and I get very pessimistic and I don't have a good attitude. But the more I put effort into my own life and us, I feel proud, I feel good, I'm motivated, I get up to do something. But if there's nothing I get up to do that I want to feel proud of or check off the list, if I just throw money at everything on my checklist, then it's like I sit around floating and doing nothing.
Yeah, but you take one thing I say and then you pull it to like the extreme about everything. But I just said one thing about once a week having a cleaner come over. Because what you're saying, that would be more like if I had someone else write my books for me. Or stuff like that. Then I'm like not doing anything and I'm lazy. But just like cleaning or whatever, that's just like not important.
I'm just posing a question, babe. Relax. All right. Any other comments instead of just throwing what you'd buy?
No, but it's fun to read.
How do you actually, like Karu sort of wrote some interesting things. How and why would you do things? Like, how do you think it would change you, and how would you restrain yourself? How would you look out for it not ruining your life? You know, because that's the thing. It's almost like, oh, now I'm free to do everything I want, but also it could be a double-edged sword where it could start to ruin your life in ways you don't realize until years down the track. You know, the cliche, there's been a lot of people who won the lottery and have always said afterwards, I wish I never won it. It ruined my life. And for people that haven't won the lottery, you think, you're a moron. That would never happen to me. But it's not uncommon. A lot of them will say, like, I wish I never won this. I wish I never saw this money ever. So, you know, it's a real thing. It can ruin your life.
Yeah, but that's probably why it's better to win a smaller prize and not like a ridiculously big one.
If it allows you to upgrade your life, upgrade my house, upgrade my car, and upgrade having never to work again. But everything else is like, now I've just got to... Actually, you probably do have to work again. Yeah,
but most people, it's probably better if they do have to work. But maybe if they can switch to working part-time or something. Yeah.
Or if while they were working, they were really struggling to find time for writing their book or projects or starting a small business, now they can devote all their energy. If they were already doing it on the side, now the lottery lets them put all their energy into that. But if you're not doing anything, if you're a person who just has like 2.5 kids, watches football and gets drunk and likes fast cars, you're probably just going to indulge and just spiral out of control.
Yeah, it depends who gets the prize as well. Like, I feel like we would handle it really well because we're already homebodies. We have our projects and stuff. But like people that are more like hedonistic, for them it's more difficult probably.
Would you get a, I know the answer to this. Would you get a, what's that, the person that handles all of the person's money that you really hate? You know, a lot
accountant.
No. In a lot of celebrities, they get like their parents take control of their money or something, or what's that word? It's like a caretaker of your money, like you don't get to touch it. What's that word? It's that stupid thing where
the Britney Spears case.
yeah, you're not responsible enough for it. I'll take care of your money, thank you.
What's your question though? That someone would do that to me? Or?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on it? Where like someone has a lot of money and they have that. What's it called? It's not a. Anyway,
I want to know.
That ain't happening.
What is it?
That's water, by the way. Now I've woken up.
I need to know. Can I look it up?
Google it.
Oh yeah. Just Google Britney Spears. It's something, not guardianship, but yeah.
There.
Conservatorship. Yeah.
There you go.
That's like my worst nightmare. That's so scary.
You win the lottery and then the government says, but we'll take care of it for you.
Oh, the government?
I don't know. That can be a concern. And like you fill out these forms and if we think it's okay, we'll give you some money.
Oh, that's like the worst.
It's my money.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I don't think, what are other people's thoughts about how they would conduct themselves, how it would change them? Depends where you are in life. If you already live comfortably without a lot of effort, there's a lower chance of a big sum of money ruining them. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's why I think we would be fine.
Yeah, I couldn't think of actually changing my life. I would upgrade my life. I would turn the dial up on certain things, but I wouldn't want to change my life in big ways.
Yeah.
Whereas there are people that feel stuck and they feel like they're in prison and money would release them from prison. I just feel like whatever we have in our life, we could just turn the volume up on.
Yeah. Cara was asking what fragrance that was. Your spray.
I sprayed it on my face, man. It's not a fragrance. It's just a face mist. Witch hazel, rose, geranium, and essential oils. They're kind of cheap. You get them from Kmart, or you used to be able to. And it's like splashing water on your face.
A super nice bed and pillows. Yeah, we would buy a new bed, a higher bed. And then like a huge one, like a king size.
Bed's very, very important. You spend a third of your life in bed. Custom soaps. Everyone's just thinking about stuff to buy. Philanthropy would be rewarding.
Is that like giving away donations and stuff?
Mm-hmm. You don't think much about that, do you?
Well, I would need a cause first to feel passionate about it.
Yeah, something that you're into, but just randomly giving stuff to random causes, I think it's a bit... You're not being responsible with the money. I don't know. I suppose helping anyone, but there's some people... Like I wouldn't give money to like a lot of woke causes. They'll just flush it down the toilet.
Yeah, I feel like if there's something you're really passionate about, then that could be a lot of fun. But I also think that if we would win like 100 mil, and then like before we die, we have to write in a will who we're going to give the money to, then we would probably have to donate a bunch of money because like we talked about yesterday. Because we don't have kids and my siblings don't have kids and there's only one kid on your side.
Yeah. My niece, she would get all the money.
Maybe we spend like 40 million, I don't know.
That'd be cool.
We've got 60 million left and she gets...
But that'd be cool. Imagine being her. Like you're the only child in the whole extended family.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get everything.
Yeah. Yeah, because my sister and my brother also don't want kids. And yeah.
Yeah, Mahesh says, for me, I think it would take a lot of pressure off for the future of my family, my major concern. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, it would make like a very big difference, especially for people that are struggling more.
Well, that's the kind of nice thing as well. You win the lottery and you just give a nice chunk to every one of your family members, and you know they're good. They can retire, all their debts are paid off.
You know what's kind of fun? You know the Mr. Beast thing? The Mr. Beast show? The series? I don't know if you guys have seen it. I loved it because it's kind of like Squid Games, you know?
She's hooked on it. Yeah.
I was thinking if I was like famous or whatever and I would have so much money, that would be something that would be really fun to organize. Because it's like I like organizing stuff and structuring stuff. That would be kind of fun.
Guys, if you're asking questions or you want us to read something sensible out, a good thing is to put 3 emojis like this before your question, then we can see it on the stream. If you're here live on the stream. So that's an easy way.
Yeah, you know what I think is also could be kind of a danger if you have like a lot of money and you want to donate. Like when you get into all the different causes you could donate to, I feel like it could drive you kind of mad because it's like your money is kind of like going down the drain in a way because there are so many things wrong with the world. You know, it's like it could make you kind of like depressed or something. I don't know.
Well, I would just say the main thing is if you're going to give money away, give it away to the people in your life that you know, that have shown you who they are, rather than causes that are controlled by governments and corporations where you really don't know.
I feel like if I was going to donate, I would rather donate like very visibly. Not that I have to be visible, but I mean like if something was like destroyed or something. Huh?
Yeah, all the alcohol.
No, like if a building was destroyed, then you donate to for them to build the building back up or whatever, or like you're more involved so that you actually see that the money does something and you communicate with those people and you visit and stuff. I would want to do something like that. Like I wouldn't probably like if you just donate like $1 million to like some organization somewhere and then you've got nothing. You don't see them or there's no connection, that wouldn't be very fulfilling for me. I would want to be like involved in some way, I think.
Yeah, because you're just throwing money and you hope that it goes to a good cause. Yeah. But if you actually give it directly, like for instance, where your parents live, to help the community and you can actually see it being done, then you can actually see, now I feel so proud that I've given money to people and I can see it rebuilding and helping their lives.
Yeah. But also like things like cancer organizations and stuff. I never really trust those kind of organizations because I'm like, I'm sure they already have the cure for cancer. And like, you're kind of just like, your money's just going down the drain. You know?
My high school friend in his 20s, he's always a good guy. And I remember once he said, yeah, I have a kid. And we were like really surprised. Like, what? We're not even married. How do you have a kid? He says, I sponsor a kid. He sponsored a child from Africa. And then he was like donating money and extra. And one day he wanted to go into the offices and personally donate, like here in Melbourne, like the main office. I can't remember who it was, the UNICEF or something. And because he found out that only 5 to 10% of his money went to the kid, and he was like, why? And he says, administration fees and this and that. And like, there's all these fees to get, we've got to pay the country in Africa. By the time it gets there, that's all that's left. But that 10% of the money you give, like if you give $100, that $10 is like 1,000 to that kid in that village. So it is a lot of money for them and they can feed the whole village for a month, his family. And that's how they sell it. Like, so even that small part, once everything gets taken out, the kid gets a lot. And my friend is like, well, can I donate directly to him? And and he's like, no, then because you can see their point, that kid gets all this lump sum money directly. And there's some other kid who doesn't have someone sponsoring them or they get less money. They start to have fights and war breaks out and, that kid's got more money and then,
Oh, that's BS.
No, but that can happen. But then he said, I want to go into the office here and donate money myself. And then he walked into the office and he said, I walked in, it looked like it was like a futuristic building. The doors like automatically opened, marble floors and this thing. Yeah, only 10% of my money goes to this kid. And look at look at the offices you guys have. They were like futuristic and this was like 20, 25 years ago. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You never know where your money goes. I disagree. Wealth disparity within a family usually causes friction and envy. In my experience, at least, if I would do something charitable, I'd do something myself, donate personally to a family.
Yeah. It does. People's own insecurities and egos come into it. It does. There's too many examples. That's why I wouldn't tell people how much I won. You would just give everyone equally, like a bit of money, and that's it.
I don't really get his comment, though. Isn't he contradicting himself? He's saying that... Are you saying that you shouldn't... In the first part, aren't you saying that you shouldn't give money to your family because it causes friction? But then you're saying you would donate to a family member?
Personally, I think he'd do it directly rather than just like randomly donating and, publicly just giving money out. Not sure.
I don't get it. Consulting with Bob and Steph.
Yeah. I also feel like if you don't know what you do, I remember a person when I was in my 20s on the news, this old couple won the lottery and they interviewed them and they said like, we're just giving it away.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't even give it away to people that would really know what they want to do.
He's saying, but you would give it to another needy family, but not your own. But if your family is like poor.
Well, also, if you know your family, they've got personalities that would make your life hell. Well, what happens if you know that certain members of your family are toxic, they got tempers, they're selfish, they cause trouble and drama?
Well, I guess if you hate your family, then I get it. But
no, not that you hate them, but you just know certain members of your family have personalities that are annoying. They've got a temper, they're selfish, they're outspoken, they want to tell you what to do, they want to run the show, whatever. And so it's like, if you give them the power of money, they're just going to amplify a bad personality. So in that sense, I'd understand that he would like, I won't tell you how much I've got and whatever, but I'll help you out, but don't, just be grateful with whatever I give you.
Yeah, but that's not what he's saying. He's saying he would give it to another family. Well, I get it in that scenario if you've got such a toxic family. But obviously, if you've got a normal family and they're poor, then you would give it to your own family, probably. You're a bit off, Steph. I hate everyone. I love that. Why do I love people who hate other people? Isn't that weird about me?
Maybe you shouldn't win money, babe. I don't want that part of your personality being amplified. You turn into freaking...
I like that.
Godzilla. Not within my family. Donate to another needy family that aren't related.
Yeah, that's what we just talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, you should know your immediate family more than anyone else. And if you know giving them money or giving them something will just make them and your life worse with them, it's just better that you don't. You can help them out, but don't just kind of...
Yeah, but look, you should only do it if you actually like your family. You don't have to do anything per se, of course.
But it's the analogy I would use is like, if you know a member of your family has like an eating problem, an eating disorder, you don't just give them a lifetime free McDonald's card. It's like, and they'll be like, I promise I'll be good with it. It's like, yeah, I know what my life is going to be, and I know what your life is going to be. Your personality gets amplified. So if you know your family members and you know how it might negatively affect them, you, and it'll make everyone's world shit, you might want to second guess, because it's yours to give. When people go, well, why you're rich? It's like, well, it's my money to give or not give.
Yeah.
Don't get angry at me. I'm not taking anything from your life. Don't get pissed off that I don't just give you what you want. But also, if I give it to you, your personality is already a bit annoying to me. Now I'm going to create a monster. Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm going to contribute to your life being shit and everyone around your life being shit, including me.
All right. Let's see some funny ones. Best steak ever. What does that say about human if Steph likes people that hate everyone?
Well, we like you, Karu.
Yeah, but what we have in common is that we are both homebodies and like on our own. I think that's it. But then
We hate the average person out there that acts like a toddler and screams and rants but pretends they're a nice person.
we like hate like random people when we go outside. Like when it's like busy in the supermarket, it's like, why are there other people on this planet? Like when we want to go shopping, like
I
that
can't
kind of
stand rude and disrespectful people. You know, people out there with 5 to 10 screaming kids at the shopping center knocking everything over, and the mum's on her iPhone, and like they just look like failures. And they're rude, and they don't care about others. They don't care about their volume. They're speaking on loudspeaker on their phones. And it's just have some civil respect. Don't be rude. I don't care what color you are, where you're from, but just act like a civilized human being. If you don't act like a civilized human being, look, fuck off. I don't like them. So I don't like those kind of people. But people who are responsible, Karu is responsible. He's direct and like getting straight to the point and saying, this is me. No, fuck that. You're not going to walk all over me. I have my boundaries. But most people out there, it's like, oh, as a single mum, and it's like gives you license for your kids to scream. No, sorry. You don't disrupt everyone around you.
Have you seen those videos in supermarkets where there's like this kid or teenager that's just like destroying the whole supermarket and no one dares to touch the person or restrain them?
That girl that was like knocking everything over.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing. Like everyone's just watching and not doing anything, like the people that work there.
Yeah, because you know what happens? Everyone's filming it. And if you go up there and just grab her by the hair and tell her to stop.
Well, you don't have to grab her by the hair, but just like restrain her. So she's destroying your
but
supermarket.
say you restrain her, however, because she's being obnoxious. So like,
but you could have your colleague film it, and then you just restrain her.
Yeah, but then if you restrain, then all these justice warriors is like, oh my God, they're going through something. Look at how he manhandled her. Look at how he you need to leave her. You know, she's going through stuff.
Now, fuck them. It's not about how they respond. It's about the police needs to come and take the person away. Like, you can just restrain them.
Yeah, I say restrain them in any way possible. Because you don't get to do that. Either your parents failed you, or someone restrained you, or you shouldn't be there, or you should be in a hospital that gives you the help you do. But you don't let these people out and they feel the confidence to sort of do that and disrupt everyone else.
Yeah. But that's the woke world we live in today, I guess.
I would, if I was a security guard, I'd grab her by the neck or the back of the head and like walk her out or drag her out. Because why does one person get to ruin it for everyone else? Make everyone in the shopping center fearful, everyone afraid of like their kids getting hurt by her or a bottle being thrown. She's making everyone afraid. I don't care what your problem is. You don't get to swallow the world. Your parents or someone needs to restrain you and take you out of the picture and as nice as possible. But you don't just let, Yeah,
but at this point, I don't even blame her. She's just a fucking lunatic. That's clear. I blame the people, like the security guards that are just standing around watching that don't do anything. I blame them.
Yeah, but if someone's obviously being disruptive in a way, where's the line between, I know that it's different, but someone who's in the shopping center, a parent who lets their kid run around, scream and throw things off the shelf, and she's like, they're kids. Or an adult running around the streets with a rifle and like shooting people. Like no one's stopping them. Like, so you need to restrain what you're responsible for. If you're a parent, they're your son, your daughter, you're responsible for them. You don't go, well, I can't, it's too hard, they're kids. It's like,
yeah, but this was a girl that was alone. But if it's a kid and there's a parent, then the parent obviously needs... But then the parent would do something, probably.
Yeah, but if the parent's not there, then I should be able to restrain and get her to stop.
Well, I would leave it up to the people in the store or the security guard.
Well, if in that case, the security guards aren't doing anything, I would go up and... I would like to think that I would go up to her and tell her to stop. Or try and restrain her. I would like to think that most of us would want to do what everyone's thinking. Everyone's thinking, stop, someone stop her, but no one's doing it. Everyone's just filming.
The only thing I'm thinking about is that this person's obviously disturbed. Like, that this person might turn around and, like, throw, like, a fucking wine bottle in your face.
That's why you grab her hands and restrain her.
Yeah, I know. But still, I think I would just yell for someone who works at the store.
You would yell for a man?
No, or a woman. Just someone who works at the store to... Because it's their job. It's not my job.
A woman's really not going to do much.
Well, that's another story, but I would call for someone.
Anyway, back to the topic of... You'll probably get money if you won the lottery. You pay like the biggest guy there. Hey, here's $1,000. Take her out of here.
No, but we wouldn't have to deal with that anymore. We would live in like a nice, rich neighborhood with like decent people, and we wouldn't meet like retards like that.
Yeah, look, call me elitist, but the first thing I do, wherever I bought a house, I would buy a house where the supermarket you go to in that area is full of decent people. The shelves are nicely stacked. And usually it's not suburbs like where we live, where there's just like cultures from all over the world acting like animals.
Yeah.
Like people are just rude and messy and...
Smelly.
Yeah. It's just, control your kids. Wear some deodorant.
It sounds like we both hate people.
I hate rude people. I hate rude, obnoxious people who are just... They just don't have any will, interest, self-respect. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. And stop. Well-behaved kids for me are the nicest surprise because it's so rare.
Yeah. Yeah, like your nephews.
Yeah.
They are so well behaved. Yeah.
But we watch a movie, for instance, right? We watch a good movie, and as soon as they introduce one of the main characters, they got kids. It's like,
yeah,
here goes the movie going downhill. Because the kids are always going to be the disruptive factor in the film.
Yeah.
They're going to say, well, quick, there's zombies attacking. Stay here. Don't move. And they go around to do what they're going to do, and they come back, and the kids have walked off, flicking their yo-yo around or being distracted by something. It's like the easy way to cause conflict in the movies to just have a child character, and the easiest way to cause conflict in your life and to disrupt everything around you and annoy people in the supermarket is to have a kid in your life as well. Discipline your kids, have well-behaved kids, and I respect you. But if you let your kids go out of control, then you give yourself license also to be out of control. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, in the shopping center, you got like the most obnoxious kid. And then you look at their parents when they finally come around. You go, oh, yeah, I can tell why the kids are like that. You just need to look at the parents.
I think that's also a reason why I never wanted kids, because I like control. And, like, you can't control your kids. Like, you can control them to a certain degree, but, like, I was always thinking, like, if I would go to public places and supermarkets and stuff, and then my kids start crying, like, I would hate that. And then everyone's looking, and when you two come over, I'll have to kick my kid out. What kid? We were talking about that the other day, about going to Romania. Like, that if we won the lottery, we would go... or maybe even not without the lottery. Oh,
we had some comments here because we asked, what would you do if you won the lottery? And we had a few comments. And one of them is Rocket says, I did win the lottery. I'm still here. Most of my friends are dead already. Be grateful for what you have. So I think he's saying that he feels like he's won the lottery because he's healthy. He's free. He can do whatever he wants. He's got a little bit of money and he can enjoy the latter part of his life. And it's also the perspective, like, what do you see as success? Obviously, a literal lottery is getting a lot of money. But how your life would change, if you have perspective, you can live a lot of that life without the millions of dollars.
Yeah, but I think usually people say that, people that are, like, in really good situations probably say that, usually.
Yeah.
Well, not always. Sometimes... they just feel really good, I guess. But most people who are not in good situations want to win the lottery, probably.
MCRB5, like, guys, how do you come up with these names for your avatar? He says, if I won the lottery, I would like to think that I'd be more or less the same. Yeah, that's what everyone thinks. I'm not saying you're wrong, but most of us think that. I value experiences over materialistic pursuits. I'd probably buy a nice enough home to cover the basics and spend most of my time traveling, and would hopefully remain humble and open to different walks of life. Unlike us, bigoted racists. Of course, it's easy to say how you'd act, but you never know until you are actually in that situation. Yeah, especially after reading so many negative outcomes of lottery winners. Yeah. Like, we like to think that we're the exception, but you really need to check yourself to make sure that you're just not like everyone else. You need to be responsible with, because if you get a lottery win, it's probably the only time in life you're ever going to get it, because it's lucky that you ever get a lottery win. So if you screw up your chance, it's not like, oh, well, when I win the lottery again, this time I'll do it differently.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, what would you do if you got your perfect partner? How would you act? And if you screw it up, it's like, well, next time I find my perfect partner. It's like, dude, the chances of you doing it twice is almost impossible. Peg says, if it were a monetary win, I would not venture from my simple, peaceful way of being, but there would be signs. Hire out some task maintaining the farm. Tasks, yeah? I would be warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer regarding the cost of utilities. Yeah. You just throw money at the things that frustrate you mildly in your current life.
Yeah.
You're like, you were like, cleaning again. I don't want to do this. You'd hire someone to do it.
Definitely, yeah.
Mowing the lawn.
Yeah. But that's the only thing, really.
We don't have room to store this. You know, you'd have a better house. Treadmill, definitely.
Gym.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So I wouldn't have to like, I want to go for a run. It's too late. It's raining. All right. What else?
Oh yeah, Cara left a really nice message. Thumbs up for Cara.
You both won the lottery. You found each other. No amount of money can buy that. Thanks, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what prompted this. You were really happy the other morning, and you said you feel like you won the lottery. Like us, your life, how we structured our life, your work. You love your work.
Yeah.
You're doing your projects. Like, everything's just great. So
yeah.
It's nice.
I've got my perfect job right now teaching Dutch. It's so much fun.
Okay. What else do we have? Oh, no, browser. Here. There was a comment here you wanted to read out. It was from our last stream. There was one that you said.
Yeah, I just thought it was
Which one?
kind of sad. Yeah, the first one, yeah, from second one, sorry, from Finland, yeah. Oh, I think the person replied. I haven't read that yet.
You want to read it?
Welcome back to the internet and a hello from Finland. I'm driving back from Tampere to Helsinki, listening to you guys and having seen just how disheartening dating has become. It's much better to be single. That you see. Is it
You
right?
meant to write
Yeah.
than to see.
Than to see just how throwaway people have become. Here in Finland, people barely speak with one another, and the women seem so desperate for human connection that you can match with them and hook up with them in 24 hours. I can't bring myself to do it to people, but the guy I came with has been hooking up left, right, and center. He's very average, and in London he can't get any matches. Here in Finland, he's fighting them off. The struggle here, I feel, is that people trapped in an emotional lull due to how cold and dark it is for so long, and then there's a craving for human connection. People will take all the interaction they can get, but when it becomes brighter during the summer, this mentality apparently disappears. We are wired to be social, while we're being taught to consume people like a bag of chips. I'm saddened by what I see, and it makes it even harder to trust that I can meet someone who isn't off on holiday hooking up with random men or women. As much as I would love a deep and meaningful long-term relationship, I see what people are doing, and I wonder whether what you two have managed to find is even possible. Yeah, and then I replied, that's so sad to hear and strange in a way, as I know that Finland is officially one of the happiest countries in the world. In terms of finding someone for a long-term relationship, I think it's just harder to find nowadays because people have changed so much. And with people, I'm pretty sure it's mostly women. It really is a shame that so many people are having trouble finding someone real. And then he replied, I haven't read this yet. I know Finland is supposed to be one of the happiest countries in the world, and they have ranked number 1, yeah. But having seen it personally, I think you have a large portion of people who are equally on the opposite side of the spectrum. It was nice to speak to so many different people from so many walks of life, but when it comes to the point of people being single, I believe that they are not immune to the loneliness and decline in relationships forming that most of the world is experiencing. The winter, thankfully, is almost over for them, and it'll soon brighten up, where I'm told the mentality totally switches and they become more active and enjoy nature. Okay. Yeah, I found that kind of sad because I've always been kind of intrigued with Finland because of the weather and how different it is, and that it's like the happiest country in the world. So then to read that, yeah, it was kind of sad. But I've also heard about that in a video because I've watched some videos about like what people are like in Finland. And I've heard that they're very much, they keep to themselves and it's hard to make friends in Finland and stuff like that. So I do recognize that.
I think with Finland, I watched the documentary as well. And it's like, if you've already got a good life, you've got your life together with or without someone, Finland really supports that lifestyle or that person or that couple or family life. Like, but if you're on your own searching, there's nothing there. So there's a really great support structure to be happy once you've got yourself together and you know what you want and you've got a good partner or whatever. But before that, it's probably...
Yeah, I think that's where that comes from, that Finland is like the happiest country in the world. I think that's about how the government supports families and people, and that's very good. The government's very transparent. But I think this is about, finding connections. Because
go ahead.
I also read that Finnish people, they form their friends like from a very young age, and then they're like very close friends, but it's hard to come in as an outsider. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it's similar to, because you had that concept you talk about, because Stephanie likes to also think about sort of solving big world problems like communities and like if aliens came, how would they organize or fix the planet? I think this is similar where, you know how if aliens came, only certain people who would pass certain tests or who could show that there's certain type of people could go to another level of an alien community and you will be supported. I find that Finland is probably like this, where as long as you're above a certain level, the country supports you and you'll stay happy and you maintain that happiness and you work but below that, if you haven't got any friends, if you're from the West, you don't know anyone, you haven't plugged in, you haven't found a good partner, whatever, below that, there's no support structure in the country. You need to pass a certain level as a person in terms of what you have in your life and how much your life is together to be able to enjoy the happiness in Finland. Like below that level, you're kind of invisible. You need to work yourself out.
Yeah.
If you're a foreigner or something.
But there are two different things. There's like how the government is set up and how they support their people. And then there's like what he's talking about connection. So I don't think if they have something to do with each other, because the government, the country might just be set up really well also for single people and stuff. Like, so I don't know if that's necessarily it. I think he's more so talking about a separate topic about it's just hard to make connections with people because the people are so on their own. So I don't know if that's actually...
But if you've grown up and made connections while you're in Finland, then it sounds like you're still going to be happy. But if you're single in Finland and you don't have any friends, or if you're a foreigner, you come out from the outside, it doesn't really support happiness as much.
Yeah, but it's not about the government supporting that. That's about connection, making connections with people, and that might make some people unhappy because they're alone and they want to be in a relationship. But that's like a different topic from how the country is set up in terms of government and stuff, I think.
So it's really like a single person in Finland has a harder time being happy, because in this documentary I watched, this English woman didn't know the language. She married someone from Finland, and the first year she couldn't speak. She didn't have any friends. But as soon as she got a job and had a kid, the whole country and the community, she felt like it switched. And everyone helped her, and she learned the language and everything. So there was this big kind of wasteland until she got a job and she had a kid. So if you're not part of the community, like, you don't feel the happiness. If you don't plug into their way of living. So that's actually an interesting point. If you don't assimilate to a country, like in the West here with like mass immigration, where no one has to assimilate, you just come in here and you just kind of, everyone dumps their mess from different parts of the world and no one knows what's what. There's very little happiness. But in a country like that, it seems like until you plug in some way to the values of that country, you're not going to feel the happiness that the country supports.
That does make sense, because I do know that Finland is very big on supporting families and mothers and things like that. It's like really good. So yeah, then if a foreign woman gets pregnant and has a kid and stuff, then she'll get a lot of support. And in that way, yeah, it will go better for her in Finland probably. So yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and it's also, it supports, if you're single, being a productive single, it's still integrating with society. For instance, in Finland, they pay university students $1,000, €1,000 a month to go to university. So you're still learning your thing, but you're socializing, you're interacting, you're contributing afterwards, like your self-esteem as a person. So you have to plug into what happiness that country supports. But if you're like a Westerner, you just want to play video games and you want to sit alone and F this and F that, and you're very dark in your personality, the country doesn't support you. Like, you feel alone.
I see what you mean now. It's not just, but I think you're not just talking about support, but you're also talking about like social support, like social interactions and stuff.
You need to contribute. You need to plug in a little bit. You've got to assimilate with the culture, and then you'll feel the happiness that the culture supports. But if you don't shake hands with how the country works, you won't feel any of the happiness.
Yeah. And I think that's probably very challenging in Finland also, because I think Finnish is very difficult to learn. I think that's probably a very difficult language. I think it's more difficult, if I remember correctly, than like Swedish or Norwegian, I think.
Yeah, I like Swedish, the dialect. I like the sound of it. Finnish, I'm not sure I've heard it enough to have an opinion on it.
I do know that Norwegian people and Norwegian and Swedish people, they can kind of understand each other pretty well. And Denmark as well.
Was that comedian, he was Finnish, wasn't he? You know, the comedian we watched?
Yeah, that was good. The Finnish comedian on the Netflix. He was funny. I can't remember his name. Yeah. Alkari says, the planet doesn't need fixing. The planet is fine. Humans are screwed. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right. A good partner is a lottery win. Well, they say that often. You see it in YouTube clips. Rich billionaires, they say the most important decision you can make is your partner. Because that can kind of, it really affects the quality of your life. If you've got a partner that's hard work, or you both want different things, like say I want to write, and you're a partner that's actively pulling me away from it, doesn't understand it, like, give me time, you need to do this, you need to get a better job. Like, if they don't understand what you're doing, and if you're not compatible, it's like an anchor.
You know, if they would want to decline human populations, they should just invent like an AI robot that looks human, that you can program how you want their characters to be, and then no one would like fuck anymore.
Yeah, but that's what's happening. That's already, your wishes come true, babe.
Already?
Yeah, it's like it's going that way. You can see.
Yeah, it's slowly moving into that direction, maybe,
Not
but
slowly.
we don't have them yet.
Quickly. It's ramping up.
Yeah.
Yeah. AI. Like, people are going onto ChatGPT and AI now for a friend because they're lonely. And so now they're just like logging on and having conversations. The AI learns you.
Yeah.
And for therapy, a lot of people who are alone, the AI is helping them. Remember, your brother was telling us about it? That it's sort of like it's very addictive because for the first time it's talking to you in the way and understanding you like other people can't.
I want to try that.
Be careful, babe.
I'm turning it to TFM. What's that?
Turd flinging monkey. He's a guy that used to be part of the manosphere when we were part of it, when I was part of it before. And he's a guy that many years ago he was the first one that got a sex doll. And he said, F women, I just need to make money and I've got a sex doll and all my needs are taken care of. And he's a big believer in all that. And for him, if he's happy, I'm like, good for you. But a lot of people go like, you can't do that. Humanity is going to suffer. But I'm like, if he's happy, everyone talks badly about him. But I actually respect him that if he's happy, he does what he wants. He's not imposing on anyone else. He enjoys his life. Leave him alone.
Yeah, but I totally get that.
Have you seen how the sex dolls look now? They look awesome.
Ooh, if I could get one looking like Megan Fox, that would be hot.
You're revealing a little bit too much of yourself on the stream.
But I totally get it that men would go for that, especially if they can make them like looking like supermodels or whatever. And you can program their characters. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, duh. I totally get that if men would want to do that.
Yes. But yeah, it's happening. The dolls are looking very realistic. AI is getting better. You can have a friend on ChatGPT. You don't have to talk to people.
Yeah, I want to try that. Because I want to speak Dutch. And then we can speak Dutch. Because I miss speaking Dutch.
You can also, I think, but you have to pay for that. You have to, I think the paid version, you can actually talk and it talks back to you.
Like actually talking with the voice?
I think so. I'm not sure. The other version, the free version, is you type and it types back.
Okay, I'm going to look into that. Kari wants it for Christmas, an AI doll.
No, you know,
That'd be
we'll
awesome.
send you a doll that looks like Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Just don't replace me. We can add a doll to our lives. You can't replace me, okay?
Why would I replace you, babe?
Well, I'm not as good as the doll would be. No one would beat the doll.
What if the dolls came in and you programmed to cook and to clean, right? So they do all the things we're talking about, winning the lottery.
Yeah.
She cooks, she cleans, like. Then you start having better conversations. She understands everything you say.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. Like every time I explain something to the doll, she gets me right away. Whereas with you, it's like, you're like, I'm not sure. No. And I have to keep explaining. It's like, forget it, babe. I'll just talk to the doll.
She speaks fluent Serbian already.
Yeah. She makes your food exactly the way you want it every time.
No, but if we would get one.
She never burns anything.
Do I ever burn anything?
No, not in a bad way. But, sometimes like you get distracted.
But, yeah, I was just going to say, Karu, we wouldn't program her like that, to be like that. We would just program her, like, for sex, and then to cook and to clean. But she wouldn't, like, communicate and stuff. We would just say, cook this tonight. And then she would be like, yes, my lord, or something. And then she would do it. And that's it.
But you already do that.
What, cook?
You call me. Here's your food.
Here you go, my lord. But that's because of Bill Burr, because he jokes about that.
Tell me I'm your lord. All right. How long have we been going for? I'm getting hot in here.
It is hot.
It's getting hot. All right.
Rapid fire.
Oh.
I think that's like my favorite part of the stream.
I forget all the time. Okay.
I think they're fun.
While we're pulling up the rapid fire questions, has anyone else got anything to say about...
Would anyone else get an AI doll if they came out? They would probably be freaking expensive, though.
Yeah, but all you need is one. But then again, what if they're like mobile phones? You buy one, you save up, you spend all this money, and then after like 2 or 3 years, sorry, you can't upgrade, it doesn't work anymore. You have to buy the next one.
Yeah, but they would also be like $10,000 or something. They would be really expensive, probably.
All right.
Where is your dream vacation spot? I know mine. Mine right now is Bonaire.
Mine is Eindhoven in Holland for a month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
But we can do that. We're probably going to do it in a year or two. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That would be nice. I like cold climates.
Yeah. What is your go-to karaoke song? Ugh, I would never ever be caught doing karaoke.
Journey, Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Actually, maybe the Proclaimers. I would walk 5,000 miles a night. I don't know.
But
I'm not a big singer.
If I would want to do a karaoke song in some other universe, then I would probably pick like a kind of like a simple song, not too high and stuff, where I could kind of sound normal, you know.
You got a good singing voice, though.
Yeah, I know. But I used to sing when I was younger, but I used to go really high also. I would even do like Christina Aguilera, and I couldn't go as high as her, but like a little bit. I could almost go as high as her. But I haven't sung in years, so now I'm like not good anymore. But sometimes you hear me humming.
Yeah, and you're still embarrassed. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Well,
flying or invisibility?
Well, I would pick flying, but if I can fly, then the government's just going to capture me, so that's no good. So I think I would pick what's that called? When you can go from one place to the other. Teleportation. Maybe that one.
Yeah, but if you can fly, maybe you can fly really fast if they can't see you. It's almost like teleporting. So you just go boom.
Yeah, but then but that's no fun. You want to fly and like look over everything you're flying over and what about yours?
I would pick flying as well. Whenever they pose a question, it's a psychological question. If you could choose between invisibility and flying, I think it suggests if you want to be invisible, it means you hide a lot and you don't feel like you can speak up and you feel like you need to be not seen by people. You want to do sort of maybe shifty things and hide and be subversive and do secretive things. But flying is more about freedom. But I would pick flying.
No, what am I saying? No, I would pick something like predicting the future or something. Something I could make money with. Or like something psychic.
Money.
Yeah, so you can make a living with it. That'd be cool.
Something that I've always fantasized about is when you walk around above everyone's head, like, you know, when you see messages on a phone, like when you see a message pop up like doo-doo with words, something like that popping up over everyone's head when I'm in public, I can actually see their personality and there's a rating like introvert, extrovert, angry, upset.
Yeah, but who cares?
But I find that interesting to like, I like socialization.
Yeah, you like people more than me. I'd be like, I don't care. But
that would be interesting. I think it would have been interesting when I was single back in my 20s and 30s, where it would be nice to accurately see a person's personality pop up above their head and give you like an accurate description of them. And then you'd know if they're lying, if they're compatible with you, if they're good to get along with.
Yeah, I wouldn't care about that. Being invisible is easier to steal. Yeah, but they can still like trace you and stuff.
You don't need to steal, Karu. You've got money. Who snores more? Haven't we done this before?
No.
Who snores more? Do you notice me snoring much? No,
rarely.
Yeah,
you don't snore often.
But same with you.
Yeah.
But you just breathe heavily. You don't snore. No, like it's kind of like a very light snoring.
I used to be a dude. No.
Careful, babe.
No, I'm
With
kidding. That's a joke.
You got a low voice.
I do have
Are you a T?
bit of a what?
Train.
No, you.
You.
Yeah.
What was your worst fashion choice?
Well, I don't know about my worst, but I think a while ago, you remember that white dress that you love, your favorite summer's dress?
Mm-hmm.
When I wore like those like leggings underneath them, I don't think that looked very good.
Yeah, I think this question's more for a chick. I kind of don't care. And a lot of times, yeah. Probably my worst fashion choice is whenever I've put on clothes and through the day there was a t-shirt or a pair of jeans or pants that were really uncomfortable and I can't wait to get home and take them off. That's an uncomfortably fitting pair of clothes, but not really fashion. I like timeless fashion, jeans, plain t-shirt, plain black, plain white.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Karu says you should see the body count above their heads. That would be entertaining. Now that I would want to see.
Yeah,
that would be more fun.
You go on a date and you're like, oh, so how many boyfriends have you? Oh, I swear I haven't been with anyone. Like,
I'm a virgin.
Yeah.
And then it's like 130.
How did your last relationship end? And they're like, well, like he was an asshole. I didn't do anything wrong. And then above their head, there's this type out. This is incorrect. She did this. She did.
Oh, man.
And you're like, And she's like, what are you looking above my head all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I love that. That would be an awesome thing to have. All right. I think we're done.
Yeah.
Why is your microphone so loud and stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the technical guy. It's my fault, isn't it?
I am also really in front of it today.
Mm.
I'm like very close to it.
No, but that's good. You should be very close. All right. We're going to go. And enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm turning 54 this year, I think.
I know.
Fuck.
Yeah, you know, rather instead of winning the lottery, I would rather win years. You know, like go back in time.
Well,
or something.
See, this is the thing. You think now with the lottery you can do everything now, but you could, if you look at life in terms of like wasting years and just doing what you should be doing and having a bit of courage and having fun and stop being so negative and
ASMR.
Yes,
Shall I do that, babe? Maybe I'll make millions. No, that would be so creepy.
Just picture your face and just eat burgers. Just
Big Macs.
And just eat.
Or chips, like crunchy.
All you need to do, just do something stupid, film it every day, and you'll get a following because it's ridiculous.
Hey, be careful, huh? Be careful, Karu. We're coming to Romania. Be careful. I'm going to remember that.
Human looks more like 45.
See, that's better.
I think objectively, I always look a couple of years younger. I don't think I look 10 or 20 years younger, but I look somewhere between 3 to 5 years younger, somewhere around there, ballpark. Sometimes more than others if I'm sort of more vibrant and well rested and whatever. It's also how you act.
Cooking videos.
Yeah, I wouldn't, if we won the lottery, I wouldn't want a servant cooking for us. I really like you cooking for me.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't like it because I always count calories.
But I wouldn't like it because I really find that important. I love it when you actually cook for me. If someone else was doing that, it would really take a lot away from how you show me affection.
Yeah.
Like imagine a little thing, I don't know how you feel about it. Imagine we're mega rich and I wouldn't drive you around anymore. I'd be like, oh yeah, get what's his name, the chauffeur to take you here, take you there. Like how would you, it would take away a lot of a personal thing that someone does for you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anyway, fun to talk about, fun to contemplate, especially in terms of your character.
Yeah.
And especially if you know you've got parts of your character that you need to improve on, temper or impatience, like how would money affect that? Would it make it worse? You think, oh no, I'm impatient now, but you wait, like, or I've got a temper now, but money would make me really a nice person. It's like, no, we just amplify.
I think we should win 5 million. I think that's the perfect number for us. Then we got our house and we got extra money.
I'm with Karu. I'm probably Eastern European. I'm like give me as much as possible. And I can pretend I've only won 5 million knowing that I've got like 45 extra in the bank.
I wouldn't say no to 100 million, of course not. But I'm just saying, like...
Here's a question. Good question. Besides cooking, what are the things you wouldn't want Steph to stop doing? What
blowing him.
And what about you, Steph? This is the real her.
Oh my God, I'm getting red. Am I?
Not the person at the start of the stream who's like, hi.
Well, it's like our 20-second stream. I'm loosening up.
Yeah, more lottery tickets. Lottery winning equals more lottery tickets.
Oh, that's just greedy.
Okay, what would be the things I wouldn't want you to stop doing? Obviously, the intimate things that couples should do. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, why are you together?
You like me cleaning. You like me cooking. You like talking to me.
Whenever you do any kind of housework, I just feel this like sense of affection because you're being my wife. Mm. But if you don't do things to show me, like in front of my eyes, that you're doing things or touching me or doing things, then you're just like a thing I think about. You're not actually showing me. You're not doing things. Like doing things to show me that you care, not just saying them. And the same I'd say with me. If I didn't do much to show you that I was your husband and that I cared about you, then it's like it's all words. Mm. And if you've got a lot of money, you can start doing less. You got to be careful not to stop doing things.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Fancy nail tools. Well, what additional nail tools would you need?
You're being literal. Armored Ghost is just like throwing out a lot of things. He's just throwing everything out there.
Lottery. More lottery tickets.
All right.
I'm like always like trying not to leave the stream.
Well,
aren't I?
Talk. Come on. Run the show.
Yeah, but I'm not like you. I can't just like...
I can't talk shit.
Vomit words. Smashing Pumpkins tickets. What?
Would you start spending money on going to things that you're curious about? Not necessarily like that. They're not important enough for you to spend money on, like going to art galleries or...
Yeah, I think I would be open to a lot more. Yeah.
Like now you don't care because it requires time and effort and money and blah, like, hey, who cares? But if you had unlimited money, would you suddenly, let me go to an art gallery or let me go to get into wine. Let me visit a winery. Let me, whereas now you couldn't care less. But with money, you would be like, I'm curious now.
Yeah, about some things, not with everything. But I would probably have more of an attitude of, yeah, let's try it. Why not? And I think that's because having so much money in the bank just makes you feel so secure and maybe a little bit like almost like powerful or something. Like you're more confident.
That's what I'm interested in. Like it would make you be more courageous because you feel like now you have almost like permission or you can have the courage to do it. But you can have the courage to do a lot of stuff. Why does money need to give you courage?
I think that's not necessarily about courage. I think that's more about being you can be open to a lot of things because you're relaxed. There are no struggles. You're safe. You've got the money in the bank. There's like, because you know how when I'm like stressed about stuff, I want to do less. I'm trying to control stuff. But like if you're like super secure in your life, you're relaxed, then you're going to be more relaxed and more open to doing things and trying things. I think that's it. Probably. Yeah. Oh, do you find acts of service to be more important than physical affection?
Actually, first, what wouldn't you want me to stop doing if we won the lottery?
Everything. I wouldn't want you to stop doing anything that you're doing now. No. But also, yeah, the only thing that could be replaced would be driving me to work and stuff.
Mowing the lawn. But I do that for us.
No, but that I don't mind because that has nothing to do with me.
Chores. I actually like directly that I...
So, no, look, all the chores, that's actually a difference between us. Like the chores that you do like around the house, if you got someone to do that, that would have no effect on me at all. But like everything between us, I would want to keep, obviously. But yeah, no one else would replace that also.
Do you find acts of service to be more important than physical affection?
For you, I would say no. I think you find physical affection more important.
Yep. We actually did when we first met. We did that. What is it? The test.
Like the 5 thing. What's it? Language.
I can't remember. Anyway.
Yeah, something languages.
My top
Love
was.
Languages.
I think so. My top things that I need is physical touch and what was the second one?
Quality time, I think.
And quality time.
Yeah.
And your first one and third was like acts of service or something. I can't remember. And last was
gifts,
like material things. I think I scored like out of 100, I scored like 7. You scored 0.
Yeah, I don't care.
She absolutely doesn't care about anything material. Your first place was what?
Quality time.
Quality time, words, and you
words?
Like quality time and words. So I've got a lot of words, and I like being around you. And mine was like physical touch and
quality time.
Quality time second. So
yeah,
we're very close at the top. It's interesting because you said you feel affection when Stephanie does things around the house.
I don't have that at all. Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't have that at all.
Yeah, you mean someone in the house who does things and then you feel physical...
Yeah, I mean,
affection.
I know Karu doesn't have anyone at the moment, but with your ex, did you ever kind of feel that when she did something nice for you? Because you've told me a few times, little acts, like you go out to eat and she thinks of you and she does something, like showing actual acts that it's like she's doing it for me. Oh, that was kind. She was thinking of me and she did something because she thought of me.
Yeah, that does have a very big impact, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do remember that sometimes you do stuff and it just really surprises me, you know? Like, I think especially when I want something and then the next day you got it for me, like those little things, they really surprise me. Like, they're really nice kind of extra service, yeah.
Yeah, people showing you, like, without any prompt, not like, babe, can you do this? You know, a lot of nagging. It's like you're just living life, you're talking, and then the person does something for you without any prompt, it's like, oh, they're doing it for me. They know I like it. I really appreciate that. And, you know.
I don't generally feel anything for things like that. Okay.
Oh, so he doesn't actually care if a girl does anything for him.
Oh, wow. What makes you happy? That's, yeah, okay.
What about if she buys you like a bag full of...
I thought you were going to say something else.
Buys you like your favorite mice or figurines or so. But that's more of a gift. I don't know. I guess you got to know what does it for you.
Oh. What does do it for you then, Karu?
Bimbos.
Human burrito. What?
I don't know. Ahmed Ghost is just like...
I love burritos. He doesn't like burritos very much.
No.
I like Mexican. I wish he liked Mexican more because then we would eat more Mexican.
We had some really nice Chinese last night. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I like Chinese restaurants because of how polite, organized. Their menus have pictures. You know how much I love that? That's such a simple thing. It's like, why doesn't everyone do this? They've got these pictures and there's numbers and you put the number down and you take it and they give you exactly the number and it's just so well organized.
Yeah.
I love the way the Chinese...
Seeing people suffer. I'm liking you more and more, Karu.
What? So if Karu was with a girl and they're walking down the street and then he sees her in the distance, she's getting an ice cream, she gets beat up by a couple of people, he's like, oh my God.
He gets a hard on when he sees that.
All right, guys. I think that's it. Why is my microphone going to red all the time? It seems like it's blowing out. I'm not sure if it's doing that in real life. Let us know if the sound's peaking and it's distorting or anything, or if it's good. It might just be my displays making it look like it's...
I need to say one thing about what he just said. Yes. Do you have this, Karu? When you see like this lunatic on the street, right? Whether he's in the car or like on a motorcycle. And then he just goes, ring. And then every time I see that and he's like acting dumb, I go like, bum. Like one day I want to see someone actually hit a wall or something, you know? I always think that. Yeah.
Yeah, you always want them to suffer.
Yeah.
Because they're annoying you.
Because they're just being dumb.
Yeah, I think that's kind of normal. I kind of feel like that as well. You see like a young guy flying down the freeway on a motorcycle without a helmet going like 200 to 300 miles an hour. And you think like, I just want to see you run into a wall and I want to see an explosion.
Yeah. Like yesterday, I think I said, oh, once in my lifetime, I want to see someone actually go bum. Are we going off to brunch? Or are we eating here? Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't. We generally on our days off we like to pop out a bit just to get out of the house. So even if it's just to the shopping center and grab a coffee, take my notepad and brainstorm a few things. I do want to work on some video stuff today, but we'll probably pop out. Yes, we will because I want to make myself a fruit salad today because it's nice and warm.
Mm-hmm.
A big bowl of a quarter of a watermelon, a can of chopped up pineapple, berries, and 2 to 3 large bananas with a sprinkling of sugar mixed around. Leave it in the fridge for 10 to 15 minutes.
That's like his Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
Like he loves that as much as I love
a
ice
massive
cream.
bowl of ice cream I just eat through the day in front of the TV, watching movies. And you would rather have a tiny little cup of Ben and Jerry's, and I would rather have a huge Eastern European.
Well, I would enjoy like a little bowl of mixed fruit, but not like a whole bucket.
No, I want to stuff myself. Yes, human is that too.
Dim sum is nice.
Yeah, definitely a nice place. It was a really nice place.
When we had Chinese yesterday, we had honey chicken. Oh, that's so good.
Honey chicken.
Yeah.
Mushroom special fried rice. It was brown. It was really delicious. Stir fry, black bean and vegetable. And you had dumplings?
Mm-hmm. Pork dumplings.
Yeah.
They were good.
It had like about 4 or 5 little things with little bowls just picking stuff out.
Babe, I'm a genius at prolonging the stream. I think we prolonged it for like 20 minutes or something. Get it?
All right.
Okay.
Is that your achievement for the day, extending a stream?
Yes.
Blabbing crap to people. People got better things to do. Do you think?
I was super productive this morning because I planned out most of my next book, all the chapters. So that was also an achievement today.
What time did you get up?
Around 7-ish.
I got up at 9:30. Anyway, we're just blabbing. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your week. It's Friday morning here in Melbourne. It's very humid.
Yeah, it's warm.
It's like 21 degrees and I'd say 90% humidity or something. But we're going to enjoy our Friday. And tomorrow, we've got our niece's birthday.
The one who's going to get all the money when we die.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And all right, we're going to enjoy the rest of the day. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We'll catch you next time. And yeah. Say goodbye.
Bye.